Ok. Adesso dovrebbe essere tutto a posto. Adesso dovrebbe essere tutto a posto. Ok. Partiamo subito. Anzi, no. Allora, copia. Eliminiamo questo. Facciamo da capo. Colla. Allora, partiamo subito senza troppi fronzoli. Salve pubblicato del web, io sono SemplicementeDoc, benvenuti a un nuovo appuntamento con Tainted Grail del Follow Avalon per nuove entusiasmanti piccolissime avventure. Prima di procedere con questa live vi ricordo che potete trovare tutti i miei link social qui sotto in descrizione. E partiamo subito prima che qualcos'altro vada a puttane. Sei a Mirabilandia, Leonardo? Buon per te. Allora, opzioni. Bassa. Schermo. Audio. Effetti sonori, delle voci. Disattiva musica con copyright. Sì. Allora, gioco. Sensibilità della visuale. C'era qualcos'altro che volevo controllare? Credo di no. Allora, torniamo alla roccaforte. Perché ora ci sono un paio di cose che voglio fare. Ah no, ho scoperto un punto. Mangia cadaveri. Allora. Più rapido. Ma l'hai visto anche tu, vero? Ma che cosa? Ma perché?
good to have a little rest.
A me serve questo mirtillo. Perfetto. Posso fare il cappotto che serviva per quell'altro lì? Il mantello. Cappotto pesante. No, che mi manca? Cuoio. Dove vado a pigliare il cuoio? Non è che tu lo vendi? Sì! Dai. Allora, artigianato. Cappotto pesante. E così. No! Voglio concludere un paio di missioni secondarie. Queste due qui che sono semplici. Allora, dov'è la torta della mamma? Dov'è? Torta di mamma. Dai! Ecco la tua torta.
Yes.
Ma come sapore di merda?
Tastes like shit. Exactly how my mother
Ma
would.
come?
It's just what I needed.
Vabbè, oh, contento tu? Se lo dici tu?
Oh, don't get me wrong. I really appreciate what you did for me. It's just that every time I doubt my service in the Horns of the South, I need a reminder of why I enlisted.
Tua madre non è una gran cuoca?
My mother wasn't much of anything, to tell the truth. She always said I was good for nothing, and that I should be glad she even kept me.
Ma è stronza!
And every day she'd bring back home a new uncle.
Ma che cazzo?
Many of those uncles like to kick me out of my own house when they were drinking and
Ma è terribile!
busy. Then, when she'd sober up and got rid of an uncle, she'd bake me that pie.
Ma
as
è
an
terribile questa
apology.
storia, è raccapricciante.
It always tasted like shit. If the other villagers hadn't been feeding me, I would have starved to death. Hence the pie.
Che è successo a tua
I
madre?
wouldn't know. When I left my village, I decided to never look back. So I just assumed one of those uncles finally beat her to death.
Madonna. Serve altro? Ok, sembra di no. Allora. Missioni. Cappotto.
Oh, thank you, friend. Let me repay your kindness. Even though I don't have much, I can at least tell you about something I saw a little while
Oh sì, dimmi tutto.
It might be interesting for an adventurer like you. See those rocks near the shore? When it gets dark, sometimes I see a light there. I'm no sure what it could be, though. A bandit camp this close to the Horns? Impossible. The Daliata? No way. They wouldn't hide like that. Maybe something else entirely? It's probably nothing, but maybe you could find something interesting or valuable there.
Grazie.
Farewell.
Esplora la riva. Allora, una cosa alla volta, vediamo un po'. Mica quante missioni secondarie tengo da fare. Allora. Questa di Catherine, però purtroppo non mi segna sulla mappa dove andare, quindi finché non lo trovo, il marito di Catherine. Allora facciamo questa, va.
Sometimes it's nice to just sit and think.
Questa è una parte della fortezza che ancora non ho visto.
The less attention, the better. Bloody seagulls! Can you
Gabbiani.
hear me? You flying vermin! Just try landing here and I'll pluck your asses clean. A keep by the sea. What a great idea that was. And what do you want?
Gabbiani, perché sei così
I'm
ossessionato?
fixated. Me? Oh, you didn't see what they did to me a week ago. I was just standing watch as usual, and then, suddenly, splat. A dozen of them flying overhead, screeching, shitting and whatnot. So, I yelled what I think about them, shaking my fist.
Questa
And then another
fortezza è una
four,
gabbia di matti,
splat,
comunque.
and they kept screeching. I tell you, they're laughing at me. I spent all night cleaning my armor. Sewell didn't think it through when he decided where to put the keep, mark my words.
Sono uccelli.
Sure. If you haven't noticed yet, everything here tries to destroy you, including the bloody seagulls.
Non siamo in
I once
Australia.
managed to shoot a
Ghilardo.
few. I thought they'd learned their lesson and wouldn't be flying over here anymore. And guess what they did? They
Con
kept
maggior vigore.
shitting with increased force. Like they're planning it. Vengeful scoundrels. I need to try a different strategy. Find something that will make them feel real terror. Like the way crows are afraid of scarecrows in fields. I'm sure seagulls also have something that scares them.
Spaventa gabbiani.
We just need to find out what it is.
Non pensi di stare esagerando?
Come on, have mercy. I'd have dealt with the damn creatures myself, but I don't have the time. They're not even good for anything. Less meat than a squirrel, and what's there is dry as a pilgrim's foot. I'm not asking a lot. I just need something to scare them off.
Mi occuperò del tuo problema dietro il
A
compenso.
fee? I'm not asking you to hunt down a monstrosity from Grubwood or the sunken village. Ah, whatever. As you wish.
Cioè, mi stai chiedendo di creare uno spaventagabbiani? Che cazzo
You must think
vuoi?
yourself an expert, damn you. I just need you to bring me some kind of a bird scarer. They'll learn their lesson and keep away from me.
Conosci qualcuno che potrebbe sapere qualcosa sui
I
gabbiani?
don't know. I'm not sure if there's anyone crazy enough to take up something like this. There is one guy in the museum, Riderick. He's supposed to know everything.
Cioè, ma anche questo fa parte della fortezza. Oh! Che figo! Poveri cambiati. Fare. Freccia nel gelo. Chiaro. Prendi tutti i materiali che trovi. In realtà non dovrei essere qui, però. Liquore. Latte. Fammi bere il latte. Mio nettare divino. Ah, che bello. Tu cazzo è grosso sto faro? Molto grosso. E non so nemmeno perché sto salendo. Non dovrei essere qui. Però oramai ci siamo. Saliamo fino a sopra. Un marchincegno. Vino. Pane. Prezzemolo. Latte. Però chissà che cazzo ci vive qui dentro. E questo è il massimo, non va più. Ok. È stato divertente. In realtà no, però. Allora. Dov'è questa taverna? Mappa. Io sono qui. La taverna è qui. Poi è un bordello arrivarci. Potrebbe essere quella la taverna. Oddio. butto da qui, muoio sicuro. Non mi posso buttare?
I should stay out of trouble.
Qui. Ok, sì, perfetto. Cioè, ma tu guarda, qui c'è pure la taverna vicino alla fortezza. Che comodità. Ok, non è questa la taverna, quella comunque è vicino. Tu sei?
Hey, you're heading to the village, right? Tiernan should let you in. Take this medicine to my father, will you? Goban is
Ma ho visto! Oh, senti, porta questa medicina a mio padre.
You shouldn't have trouble finding him. Oh, for seriously? You'll have my
Sì, mi hai
eternal
appena
debt,
visto e subito mi
but
mandi a
nothing
fare
more for
consegni. Cioè, che cazzo
now.
vuoi?
Take it. Come to me afterwards.
Cioè, ma tu guarda questo. Cosa tuo padre che
If
fa?
Heber doesn't know, then I don't either. So we keep trying.
Tuo padre che è
Ah,
villaggio?
he used to serve too. In fact, he was the builder before me. Now he's just an old fart angry at the one.
Ma perché vedere una
But a
piccolata?
father is a father, right? We may hate each other, but as long as I can help him, I will. Hence the medicine.
Ma che caro che sei. Perché
Because
piano
he received
aspettare?
orders not to let any keeper through without a pass. And I don't have one. I've already used mine. Guess what I used it on? That's right. Bringing medicine to my father. When that idiot gets an order, he's like a priest who stumbled into an orgy. He's got a
Ma
stick
che
in his
metafora
ass.
colorita.
Nothing gets through him.
I custodi possono sposarsi per i figli.
Not all keepers have been here their entire life, you know? He got me before he joined the Horns. Serves me right for wanting to find him, stupid son of a bitch. If only I knew what it would entail.
Tu guarda. Rimpiangi di essere diventato un custode?
I don't know. Following my old man here was all I ever wanted. Never saw myself as anything else. Tried picturing myself as a husband, a father once. But, nah. I wouldn't know how to raise a kid. I'd just mess them up. Like father, like son, I guess.
Quindi chiunque può diventare un custode a prescindere dall'età?
Well, no, of course not. We're not priestesses of the All-Mother.
Sacerdotessa della madre
A
di...
woman can be an old crone and still devote herself to the All-Mother. But a man's got to have some fight left in him to be a keeper. Old enough to hold a sword, young enough to not break under its weight. We all got different roles around the keep, sure. But at the core, we're warriors. Don't forget that.
Cosa serve il secondo
If
fallo?
I had a gold coin for every time someone asked me that, I could fund the damn thing myself. Look, it's Camelot's orders. I get paid to follow them, not to question them. If they want to throw money at us to keep up appearances, that's their problem. I'm not about to stop them. Keep your head down.
have mercy. Not another one. If I let you pass, will you promise not to make any trouble?
Beh, ci proverò, ma non prometto niente.
Just my luck. Take the post, Tiernan, they told me. You'll be looking after a village full of old farts. That's practically early retirement, they said. What a load of crap. There's always something. If it's not the deck falling apart, it's a refugee running around biting people.
C'è un licantropo in giro, ne sono sicuro. Boh, non l'ha detto che cazzo di malattia c'aveva il padre. Boh, c'è una malattia generica. Che è successo al
Deck?
puntile?
Nah, just old wood. Honestly, it's the least of my problems. But I've got no way to fix it. Dara's always busy with his lighthouse, and every time I try to do it myself, someone else needs me for something. I can't even sneak out to the tavern because last time some rich bint started complaining that everything here smells of fish. That's a seaside village. What else would it smell of?
Ragazzi, quanti NPC, quante queste. E questo è ancora comunque tecnicamente l'hub di gioco, eh. Cioè, è come se fosse solo Whiterun in Skyrim. Quanta gente!
You do that? That would be a huge relief. Well,
Devo aumentare di livello, mi servono soldi, devo potenziarmi, forza.
It'd be a start. Truth be told, I don't know why they want it so badly. It's for boats. No one here even uses
Buon
boats.
divertimento, Leonardo.
But, well, you know how it is with old folks. Once they get fixated on something, there's no point in arguing. I'd pay if I could, but this was supposed to be my job. The budget's long gone. But if you're interested,
Decorazione di
teach you a
interni?
thing or two about
Quindi posso
home
farmi
decor.
una casa?
Not exactly standard keeper knowledge, but, well, we all have our secrets.
Ci vedi che c'è un rifugio che c'è un rifugio da mobili persone. Dimmi più, guarda le castre. Ti interessa la decorazione interna?
Surprised? Can't blame you. This
Vabbè,
might sound
quanti
odd coming from
dialoghi,
someone stationed
cazzo.
in a glorified fish bucket, but I've got a thing for furniture. The only thing more mismatched than the barracks around here is my career choice. But, yeah, I like imagining places where things fit. Where chairs don't wobble. Tables don't look like someone hacked them together with a dull axe, and beds. Well, beds don't feel like they're plotting your murder while you sleep. Not exactly a secret I broadcast. Most folks see me
E lo
as
sta
Tiernan
raccontando a noi che siamo un
grumbler.
completo sconosciuto.
Hey, we've all got something that keeps us sane, right? Mine just happens to be daydreaming about nicer chairs.
Ci vedi che c'è un rifugiato che morde le
Well,
persone.
to be fair, he only bit one person. But it was a keeper. I know Mahone can be a piece of shit sometimes, but gods. Now both of them are sick. And Haber's got no clue what's wrong. Which is the only reason that refugee isn't dead yet. So, he's sitting in a cage. His wife's crying all day and everyone's pissed. Meanwhile, I'm stuck in the middle of it all.
Dimmi pure riguardo alla ricastra di cui parlavi.
Oh, she's a real piece of work, that one. Her name's Lady Elisa. Something. I don't remember. She came here with her husband. Poor man. I never heard him get a word in. You know, sometimes I regret not getting married. But if I had a wife like her, I'd just end up being a keeper all over again.
Magari questo non è il lavoro adatto a te.
No need to tell me that. But I can't just go back to patrolling the walls. I'd be a laughingstock. I'd rather sit here and hope everything works itself out. I mean, everyone's gotta die someday, right? So whether it's me or them, at least my problems will be over.
C'è solo altro
No,
dirigente.
not really. Fortunately. See you around.
Mamma mia. Allora. Però visto che siamo qui, facciamo prima la missione della medicina.
Bloody hell, look at this! The whole place is in a shambles. Bunch of decrepit old coots. They do nothing but shuffle around, stare at walls and sleep under leaking roofs. Can't even hammer a nail properly. I'm telling you, if I was still working here, this place wouldn't be falling apart. But I'm not. Oh, shite. I can't even stand to look at it, let alone live here.
And who are you? What you want?
Io ho paura che se parlo con i singoli NPC mi danno altre missioni secondarie. È stato da raga mandarmi qui.
I bloody knew it. Retirement my arse. It's shit. Never a moment of peace. At least when I was still working, there was always something to do. Now...
I miei tempi.
So,
I carri arrivavano in orario. La medicina.
one day my boy got it into his stupid head that old Gaban is ill. Bullshit. They're all telling me I should do something about it, or else I'm done for. I'll be dead as a doornail in no time. Ha! Like hell I will. I'm still here, ain't I? I've served my time. I've lived me life. And now you can all kiss my ass. So there.
Non è una bella cena, forse dovresti farti controllare. Percezione del 50%.
Peace and quiet. Good one. I'll only have my peace and quiet when I'm finally dead. And that ain't gonna happen soon. At least when I'm with Finley, I don't need to listen to his nagging. Listen, they wanted Heaver, that healer from the keep, to come here. He did. They wanted him to look me over. He did. Then he just threw up his hands, mumbled something to himself, and that was it. Hell, I should have been an healer. Wouldn't mind going around being a pain in everyone's arse for a living. These herbs. No idea what they're for. Heber said he doesn't know what's wrong with me, so there's no illness. I'm fit as a fiddle. Good thing that at least the one guy who hangs around, Finley's the name.
Che cazzo di situazione, io boh. Drago voleva vederti, ma non gliel'hanno permesso. Penso che ci tenga a te.
Yeah, right. He'd better focus on his job.
Figlia di due femmine. Perciò sei padre di
What's with all the questions? Get me a drink and maybe I'll consider talking.
Alla salute! Dai via.
So, what was your question? Hold on. Finley is not my caregiver. He's my helper at most. Hey, first of all, I'm not a cripple who needs a decrepit dimwit running round after me. Secondly, do you know the problem with having a helper who's mute? He doesn't bloody talk. I mean, it's not all bad. At least I don't have to listen to even more bullshit. He puffs up like a marshmallow every time he tries to say something. But I don't understand shit. Why the sudden interest? Maybe if you bring me a drink, I'll humour you.
Ancora.
So, what was your question? That's what he says anyway. But yeah, he's my blood. Eager like me, and look at that bulbous nose. Won't this so much clearly mine? But I ain't gonna talk with a stranger.
Padre e figlio insieme nei cori del sud. È insolito.
It's like half the blighters here don't have working peckers, or they've never even touched a woman. What's with all the questions? Get me a drink and maybe I'll consider talking. So,
Ho
what
dato
was
tutto
your
il mio
question?
vino.
You see, back in the day, being a keeper was a serious business.
Ai miei tempi.
Now, don't even get me started. You used to come here with
Noi
a mission,
lavoravamo
not
veramente.
to run away from your
Non come
bloody
sti
mother.
giovani d'oggi,
Nowadays,
sti
lads get
influencer
brought
che
by
non
their
fanno un
own
cazzo
king
dalla
when they've had
mattina alla
enough of
sera.
them. Or they think the horns can hide them from the law. No, back in my day there was none of this scum. I came here to serve. My girl cried when I left her, but I've always known this is where I wanted to be. How was I supposed to know she had a bloody bun in the oven? By the time the wean was born, I was already planning the lighthouse's construction. Heck knows what he came here for. That's not my problem anymore, and I don't stick my nose in anyone else's business.
Quando gli ho chiesto di lavoro con... Hai capito il discorso?
Why the sudden interest? Maybe if you bring me a drink, I'll humour you.
Poi quanto cazzo hai bevuto? Toppia di whisky.
Ah. So, what was your question? I'm starting to like you, stranger. Trust me, it's been a long time since I liked, well, anybody. I liked me brothers in arms back in my glory days. Good lads, every damn one of them. Tough as nails, loyal to a fault. The kind of men you'd want beside you in the darkest holes of Avalon. But they're gone now, all of them. The old captain got it in his head to send us down to rediscover some mouldy tunnels under the keep. Damn fool mission that was. We went in together, but I was the only one to come back out. I can still see all their faces when I close my eyes. A hard loss it was, but I'm still here. Though some days I wonder why.
Dimmi di più su quelle gallerie.
Oh, so many questions. How about a drink first? Ah, those tunnels, right. Well, me and the lads went down there to check if we could repurpose them under the horns.
Cioè, cos'hai trovato la galleria di Pride?
But it wasn't just some
Dopo Sloss che scavava per Pride che ammazza di tutti.
Straight out of Age of Legends. Sick stuff. Stuff that get under your skin. Looked like... Ah, hell. Memory's all twisted up now. Like a bloody nightmare mixed with shadows that don't belong. Want to know more? Speak with Fergus. He's in charge of this shit show now. Now, I propose a toast to those lost souls. This one's on me. Peace, you say. Problem is, sometimes I think they never died. They haunt me in my dreams, you know. Bloody bastards. I swear I wanted to go back and retrieve their bodies. But our late captain, make Grindelows piss on his grave, forbade me from going back. But when I drink, I usually pass out, and then I don't remember my dreams. So, I drink. Ah, my brothers deserved better.
Porca puttana.
Can still see their faces.
Dio, ho paura che se parlo pure con questa gente mi sbloccano altre missioni. Ah, Finley! Sono due tipi di cura del vecchio costruttore. Cioè, ma tutti questi dialoghi con un personaggio che è muto. Sai per caso che problemi abbia? Devi pur sapere qualcosa della nostra confidenza. Menti. Si dice che in giro sia una malattia legata all'età. Secondo te è così? Facciamo persuade. Ha a che fare con suo figlio? Cioè, io sto parlando con un muto incredibile. Hanno litigato? Ci intendiamo alla grande. È stato tanto tempo fa? Persuade. Hanno litigato per questioni legate al lavoro? Sì. C'entra qualcosa la costruzione del faro? No. La sua disabilità? Sì. C'entra una cosa i lavoratori? No. Vabbè. Indietro. Copa me ne parlerà mai? No. Ovviamente. Ci sono altre persone che sanno cosa è successo? Non lo so. Il quartiermaster potrebbe dirmi qualcosa dell'incidente? No. Dara che potrebbe dirmi di più? Sì. Grazie di tutto, posso fare una cosa per te? No. Oh, per una volta un NPC che è diventato una missione secondaria. Allora, qui... Ah, ok, con questi non ci posso parlare.
What do you want? To gawk at the beast? Well, I'll have to disappoint you. My Cole is not the monster you all believe him to be. So you really don't know? If you're not from here, I'm not sure what could have brought you to this hellhole, but you have my sympathies. Just know that Cole isn't like that. Something is poisoning his mind and soul. I don't know what it is, or why it happened to Cole, but now we're all at the mercy of those damned keepers. One evening there was a quarrel between our group, the villagers, and one of the keepers. They'd had a bit too much to drink and let some comments slip. They hurled insults at us, saying there's no place for us here, that we should just get the hell out of here because things are hard for everyone. Hard? Sure. I bet that bunch of wimps wouldn't last a week outside. All they do is sit in that keep of theirs, thinking they're the defenders of justice. Well, Cole went mad. I've never seen him like that before. He attacked that keeper and bit him. It was serious, but the keeper survived. If it weren't for the other men from the village, things could have ended very differently. Afterwards, they chained Cole up and locked him in a cage. His condition started to worsen. They said a monster like him doesn't deserve a jail cell. Jail cells are for humans. Bastards.
Quando sono iniziati i problemi?
This might sound silly, but before we reached the keep, we came near a strange structure. The locals call it the Arch Spire. In the morning, we realised everyone had a strange dream, but it was a little different for each of us. Cole started acting weird after that, and in time it only got worse. We set up camp near the Arch Spire. We hoped that bandits wouldn't dare to venture into a place like that. Well, now I know why we could have been right. With everything that's been happening lately, I'm ready to believe in every strange thing in this world.
Sapessi le cose che ho visto io. Un custode mi ha dato dei fiori in segno di solidarietà nei confronti del tuo gruppo.
What? What? How dare you? Do you know the meaning of those flowers in that configuration?
Non ciò che voleva trasmettere lui, suppongo.
Revenge. Revenge, deception, and death. There's nothing nice about it, and I don't know if he did it on purpose or if he's just an idiot. But trust me, it's not a nice gesture. I don't care about his motivation. What you have in your hand is a very bad omen. Take those flowers away, burn them, throw them in a cauldron, whatever. I don't want to look at them. Oh, right. I forgot to introduce myself.
Chi è che c'era
I'm
dei
Beatrice.
fiori da portare
As for me
qui?
and Cole, well, we left Ree hoping to find a quiet place to rest for a bit. We planned to travel the King's Road toward Camelot. Well, here we are. We found our bloody Camelot. Cole is locked up and all I can do is shed bitter tears. Each of us has a different story. Some wanted to seek their fortune elsewhere, like me and Cole. Some had to flee their homes because of bandits pillaging their villages, or because of the weirdness. Ree could be one of those places by now. There's so much turmoil in this world. People can suddenly lose themselves, becoming a danger to those they once loved.
Venite da Ree.
Yeah, we grew up there. The village was built around a trade route. My parents ran a tavern that stood right by the road. We had a good life. We lacked for nothing. Well, that was before the damned grubwood started spitting out monsters. Then more and more caravans disappeared into the forest. People were telling stories that grew more horrifying by the day. In the end, taking that route meant certain death.
Cos'è successo alla taverna?
The same thing that will happen to every place on this god-forsaken island. Ruin. We used to have generous clientele. Merchants and emissaries from all over Avalon. They had deep pockets, always left lots of gold. But that changed. Then our only income came from the villagers, who were getting drunker and poorer by the day.
Questo abbiamo deciso di darci.
That was always our plan. Cole and I never wanted to stay there forever. Beatrice and Cole from the village of Ree, that wasn't us.
I vostri genitori sono rimasti lì?
Yeah. I doubt I'll ever see him again. I don't think there's anything worth going back for.
Dietro. Quando
2 or 3 weeks ago, things were starting to get difficult. The supplies we brought with us were running low. A larger group of people is always helpful. There's always someone to talk to and share the work with. But it also means more mouths to feed and more worries to deal with. It's not easy. Be careful out there.
Riesci a sentirmi? Ti serve qualcosa? Ok, lui non parla. Pilastro di teletrasporto. Te non parli. Allora. Taverna. Ok, questa è uguale a una delle taverne di Skyrim. Proprio uguale. Ok. Alissa.
Excuse me, could you get me a clean glass? And I mean clean, not just wiped 3 times with a
Mi
dirty
stai
rag.
già sul cazzo. Ti sembra che lavori qui?
I'm not sure. I don't mean to say that you peasants all look the same, but you have to understand it's quite difficult for people like me to tell
Stai
anyone apart
tantissimo
in
sul
this
cazzo. E quel tizio là dietro che ci guarda mi inquieta.
especially since there seems to be so many people like you here. I thought the South
Persone
was
come
supposed to be
me?
more secluded.
Persone come me.
My name is Alyssa Murray, and I'm here with my husband, a very important cloth merchant. But surely you must have heard about our family. Not to brag, but we are rather prominent. I am famed amongst Camelot's courtiers for throwing the
Posso
most
dargli la
magnificent feasts.
Il tuo abito è singolare.
Thank you. I designed it myself. I wanted to blend in with the people of the South. The savage tribes, the brave lightkeepers. I wanted to make an homage to them with my new style. And I do believe I've succeeded.
Certo.
I can feel everyone here gazing at me with awe. Give it a few weeks and everyone here will be trying to copy me. It happens in Camelot all the time. It's almost insufferable.
Cosa ci fai adesso?
Well, my Duncan is here on business, of course. A very important contract with the Lightkeepers. I decided to accompany him because I have never been to the South, and I've heard so much about its wild, untamed beauty. So far, it's turned out to be terribly dull. And the smell... It's like stale fish and sweat. Hopefully I don't have to suffer it much longer. Pray, tell me, do you know anyone here who would run a small errand for me?
Che tipo di incarico?
Oh, nothing major. You see, I've had my eye on this beautiful abandoned estate overlooking the sea. It's not very far from here, but it's far enough away from all this rabble. If we stay here for a while, I need a place for myself. You understand that, right? No offense, but I can't keep living in a filthy room at an inn. When I asked the innkeeper to draw me a bath, he brought me a bucket. A bucket! Can you imagine?
Oh no, non credo di riuscirci, sembra davvero terribile.
Finally, someone sympathetic to my plight. My Duncan has been heartless about it. He just keeps going on about how I was the one who wanted to come here. He told me to deal with it. Can you believe that? The nerve of the man.
Lui sa dei tuoi progetti sulla tenuta?
Well, what he doesn't know can't hurt him, can it? He should be glad that I can take care of myself. I'm not like the other high-born women, sitting around waiting to be handed everything on a silver platter. And
Quindi stiamo
besides,
comprando una
he
casa
knows
di
better than to say
nascosto?
no to me.
E magari posso usufruirne anche... Signorina.
Fine. The problem is that the manor appears to have some occupants, not legal ones, mind you, who need to be evicted.
Oh no.
Forcibly, if there's no other way. You'll do it for me, won't you, dear? Splendid! I can't wait to start decorating.
Un abitatore abusivo!
Something
Come
nautical
qui!
to go with the
Come da
sound of the
noi!
waves crashing on the cliffs? Or do you think that's a trifle trite?
Ma che cazzo?
Don't let me keep you.
Ma è incredibile. Tu? Ma sembri un samurai!
Hello, child. You look competent enough. I can see that you're not of noble blood. Oh, no need to tell me that. I've tutored the children of aristocrats from all over Avalon. Fortunately for you, my opinion of them is not particularly high. Oh, and you don't look like one of the locals. Are you a visitor? Or an adventurer?
Chi sei?
You can talk. Now, I'm sure we'll get along. My name is Lady Elaine. I oversee the Farshire Library, the greatest collection of books in this part of Avalon.
Immediatamente colto il mio interesse.
Oh, biding my time, until a brave adventurer with a death wish comes along and asks if there's anything they can help me with. Oh, surprising. I'm looking for someone who will help me find a certain artifact. So, are you interested, child?
Dammi i dettagli.
I came to the Horns of the South because I found a fascinating book. It referred to a certain object, a figure most likely, which has the ability to dispel the worriedness like a menhir can. Apparently, it can be found on the ship called Andraste. which sank over 100 years ago somewhere in this area. However, when I asked those nincompoops about it, they just laughed at me. They said that the Andraste wasn't carrying anything of value, and even if it was, they wouldn't freeze their butts off in those chilly waters. The Last Voyage of the Andraste by Elvis the Lightkeeper. He was one of the more notable keepers. In his waning years, he became an adjutant to Captain Lex. But it's best if you read it yourself. You can read, can't you? But just be very careful. This is a very rare publication. Read it very carefully, and after you're done, come to me, and I'll tell you more. A deal?
Puoi farmi un riassunto?
Summarize? Oh, my dear child. Oh, do you really think you'd be handed everything on a silver platter? You're not as vain and conceited as certain ladies from House Macaulay, are you? You should be grateful you can learn history from eyewitness accounts. No, I'm not going to summarize The Last Voyage of Andraste for you, and don't ask me again, unless you want to make me very angry. Ah, and they say young people don't want to learn anything. Come on, chop, 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 get to reading.
Allora, l'ultimo viaggio dell'Andraste. Non era un bel posto, soprattutto per gli uomini. Gli strumenti bizzarri usati per chissà cosa, i cartelli scritti in una lingua strana e quella figura inquietante. Ancora oggi il ricordo di quel posto mi fa venire i brividi e pensare che tutto ciò era e fosse ancora annidato così vicino ai corni del sud. Se fosse per me, farei interrare l'ingresso di quella miniera perché rimanga sigillato per sempre. Provai a convincere il capitano Lex a non prendere niente da quelle stanze maledette, ma non mi diede retta. Quella statua con 4 braccia non mi sembrava un granché, ma vedevo quanto piacesse al capitano. Mi ricordava quegli strani miniere di cui ho sentito parlare dagli abitanti dei villaggi dell'entroterra. Sebbene fosse più piccolo, su ordine del capitano, gettammo la merce in stiva e facemmo rotta. È un racconto di Lovecraft, ragazzi, che finirà male. Quindi gettammo la merce in stiva e facemmo rotta verso l'isola dei morti e il suo sanatorio. Isola dei morti. Scrivere queste parole e pensare a tutto ciò che è successo dopo mi fa davvero capire quanto sia crudele quel nome. Fui strappato dalle mie riflessioni da un ruggito simile a un tuono. Persi l'equilibrio e fui scagliato contro l'albero come una bambola di pezza. Ci volle un po' per capire che qualcosa aveva colpito la chiglia della nave, qualcosa di enorme. L'acqua inondò il ponte, la gente correva da tutte le parti urlando. O almeno quelli che non erano stati scagliati fuori bordo. Non capivo cosa fosse successo. Noli ci aveva fatti schiantare sugli scogli? Poi ci fu un altro colpo, a babordo. Fu allora che lo vidi. Ogni marinaio del sud aveva sentito parlare del terrore degli abissi. Ed eccolo. Il suo corpo squamoso luccicò davanti ai miei occhi solo per un istante. Dagon! Ma è un'immagine che non dimenticherò mai. La nave stava affondando, ma non riuscivo a distogliere lo sguardo dal punto in cui avevo visto il mostro marino. Un attimo dopo, un pezzo dell'albero mi colpì in testa e persi conoscenza. Ancora oggi non so se sopravvissi per volere degli dei, per uno scherzo del destino o per un capriccio del mostro. Perché io? Fui scelto per raccontare questa storia? Se così fosse, compirò il mio dovere e ringrazio umilmente quelle forze che non riesco a comprendere per avermi dato la possibilità di svolgere questo compito.
And? Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste?
Sì.
Oh, splendid, splendid. Oh, it's an excellent book, don't you think? Now let's test your reading comprehension. According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the Horns of the South, they found something that they took with them on the ship. Do you remember what that was, child?
La statua del mostro marino?
And you're telling me you've read it? By the All-Mother, it's like
Scusa, ha detto che aveva trovato una statua con un coso con 4 braccia, no?
Read this book a little more carefully, child. Come back when you've done more than just skimmed it.
Ma, scusa, no? quella statua con 4 braccia. Scusa.
Have you read the book carefully this time? Good. Well, let's try again. According to Elvis the Lightkeeper, in the mine near the hall...
La statuetta di un predecessore?
That's right. This is the artifact I'm looking for. One that might be vital to repelling the wordness. According to Elvis's description, the figure is smaller than a menhir, and light enough that they were able to carry it to the ship without any trouble. Were it small, it would probably have been placed in Captain Lex's quarters instead of in the hold. I've estimated it should be about 1 meter tall. Good. Next question. What was the Andraste's destination?
Sanatorio?
Correct. Be very careful with what I'm about to tell you. But some believe that the Red Priests are dedicated
stavano
to
veramente
studying
studiando
the
anti-weird
wordness
lì dentro.
instead of the Red Death. Captain Lex must have thought they'd pay him generously for a four-dweller artifact. Last question. What sank the Andraste?
Mostro marino.
Yes, you did well, child. I can see that you were paying attention. According to Elvis, the Andraste was sunk by the legendary terror from the deep. But if you want to know more, ask your keeper friends. They should be much better informed. Now, all you need to do is find the wreck of the Andraste and retrieve the mysterious figure.
Dove è affondata?
Oh, if only I knew. It must have happened somewhere on the way between the Horns of the South and the Island Asylum. Oh, but where exactly? Fortunately, I know something that could help us. In the Horns of the South Museum, there are some extremely interesting books and documents lying around and collecting dust. Can you imagine having such treasures at hand and choosing to completely ignore them? Oh, barbarians. Among them, you'll find the Andraste's logbook, which was saved by Elvis. I've read it, of course, but I know nothing about sailing. I'm sure such a competent child as yourself will handle it much better. Go to the Horns of the South Museum, read the logbook, and then tell me whether you managed to locate the wreck of the Andraste.
You remember Sewell First Footstool? Used to be a popular pilgrimage spot, but ever since the flooding, nobody's been out there.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. The whole place is forgotten, like it never even mattered. Pilgrims stopped coming after the water rose.
You've heard the rumours, right? Some say the Druids caused the flooding. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them.
I don't know. Druids? Why'd they bother flooding a whole village? What's in it for them?
Maybe they wanted to keep folks away from something. Or they weren't too fond of Sewell getting all that attention. Druids are a strange lot.
Strange, sure, but flooding a village to stop pilgrims sounds a bit far-fetched to me. Could have been something else entirely.
It doesn't matter much now. The tomb, the village, it's all gone. Nothing but water and memories left.
Aye, a place lost to the depths, and with it, a piece of our history.
Did you hear about the captain's lockdown? Looks like the lads aren't too happy about it.
Yeah, but you know Fergus. He's got a stick up his ass. Only knows how to follow orders like a good little soldier. He's so uptight, he probably agrees with the captain. Thinks it's all necessary precautions and the like.
Now, speaking of precautions, what's all this talk I'm hearing about the weirdness creeping in? People are getting jumpy.
Ah, the weirdness. Got folks scared, all right. Used to be old stories to spook the young ones. But now, even the tougher lads are starting to believe there's more to it.
If the weirdness thing's real, we've got bigger problems than a lockdown.
Aye, and Fergus better pull that stick out of his ass and start focusing on the real threats, or we're all done for.
You remember Sewell Firstfoot's tomb? Used to be a popular pilgrimage spot, but...
Vi vengono a prendere tutto ciò che abbiamo, saremo pure rifugiati, ma ciò non vuol dire che chiunque può prendersi le nostre cose. Attenzione, l'ingresso non autorizzato nei terreni del castello sarà severamente punito. Inoltre preghiamo di astenervi dal portare altro pane in regalo, i gabbiani sono già abbastanza fastidiosi. Gli scorpioni del sud, record di pesca. Ok. È stata trovata una scarpa destra sulla spiaggia, può essere recuperata alla taverna dopo aver dimostrato di avere quella a sinistra. A queste
I can't ignore that.
Fermati!
Sorry. You're not from around here, are you? Come on. Sit down and tell me something about the world out there.
Cosa vuoi sapere?
Don't know. If I knew what to ask, I'd have asked it already.
C'è molto da dire.
Now that I believe. Everywhere's a mess. Even here. I remember when we were held in the same regard as Camelot. Look at us now. Not taken in wimps. It's nothing like the old days. You bet they were. It's all been falling apart ever since they put Captain Brendan in charge. That one's got two coins where his eyes should be, if you ask me. Doesn't care about anyone or anything. He's just looking out for his own skin. Worst captain I ever served under, no doubt. Not that I serve anymore. I'm retired now. Filth everywhere. And it reeks of fish. Everyone's terrified of the weirdness. It's hard to believe I've lived long enough to see times like these. Not that long ago, we used to scare kids with stories about the weirdness. But now, grown men wet themselves if we tell the same tales. Honestly, I'm done with it all. I don't even recognize this world anymore. And I don't want to. Don't even get me started. Fergus always claims he's busy, but for the life of me, I can't figure out what he actually does. Probably just pretends to work. I talk to Riderick from the museum sometimes, but that one's a real know-it-all. We always end up arguing about how things used to be. If you ask me, they're all just as bad as each other. It's never going to be the same again. My brothers are gone, and I'm left here, all alone. We had a beautiful tradition. Choosing new keepers was done differently back then. You had to lie down and sleep in a special spot, but that's all I'm going to say. It's a secret, and it looks like it'll die with me. Of course I do. In my day, it wasn't sunken. It was a beautiful, lively place. Pilgrims would visit the All-Mother's Temple and Excalibur, and end up in the village. It broke my heart when I heard about the flooding. They say the Druids caused it, but who really knows? It doesn't matter now, who did or didn't do what. It's over, that's all. Now go on, leave me, like everyone else has. There's nobody left with any sense to talk to.
Grazie,
Lady Elisa's voice makes me want to smack her. Ron's great with fish, but me...
Oi, Noel! What if I pulled Excalibur from that stone, but it broke, but only at the tip? Would I still get to be king, or not?
You're so daft, Randall. Some magical lass living in a lake gave the king the sword when he broke his own bashing four-armed skulls.
So, the one in the stone, what's that called? It's not Excalibur, is it?
Del gruppo, vero?
Nah, the one in the stone was called, don't know. Sword in the stone, I guess.
Sod it, whatever. So, if I pulled the sword in the stone from the, stone, and it broke, but only a little, would I still get to be king?
What? No, you'd have to pull out all of it. Only the one who pulls out the sword gets to be king, yeah? Not the one who pulls out a bit of the sword.
Wait, but if you have a sword and it breaks, do you tell everyone that you have a sword, or that you have a piece of the sword? Besides, you can always take it to the smith and he can fix a new tip.
But if he fixes a new tip, it won't be the same sword.
Are you off your knocker? How's it not the same sword? So, what is it now? A ploughshare?
A shit share.
Listen, just listen to me. You've got it all wrong. You've got a sword, right? And then the tip breaks off, so you attach a new one, right? But then, let's just say it breaks again.
That's one shitty sword you have there.
Now, listen to me. Now, damn it. It breaks off, so you fix it with a new piece again. And then it happens again, and again, and again. Until you finally get yourself a whole new blade from the smith. So get this.
Cioè, ma il teorema lì della...
Is it still the same sword?
Well, no, it isn't.
Cioè, quello è il...
There you have it. You just need to be, what's the word? Rational.
Come si chiamava?
Fine. Now let's have a drink. My throat's drier than a priestess purse.
Il paradosso della nave che se cambi parte della sua costruzione, cioè delle sue assi, è sempre la stessa nave oppure no? Ma te guarda che cazzo di discorsi. Allora, io devo parlare con te.
Beer from Kunecht, wine from Farshire, moonshine, only local, the best there is, and fish. Lots and lots of fish.
Lots of
What's your
fish.
poison?
Parlami di questo.
You mean the old pier? Well, first of all, it's not that old. Brennan was already the captain when it was built. Why is it called that? Don't know. Probably because of all those old folks around. A lot has been happening here lately. Plenty of new faces. I definitely can't complain. I'm finally running a proper tavern. People come and go and the regulars drink as usual, as it should be. Daddy will be proud. Hey, not here, obviously. You won't see your old man here unless your name's Dara. Mine sent me here because he hoped I'd make something out of my life. He never wanted me to pour a beer and look at the same tired mugs day in, day out, but as it turns out, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I got mauled by a weird beast during a hunt, and after that, the captain decided I wasn't any good for active service, so he sent me here. I was bored out of my mind, and since there wasn't one here, I decided to start a tavern. At least I'm not as bored anymore.
Tempo fa un custode ha lasciato qui documenti importanti.
No, I don't recall anything like that.
Ha detto di aver dimenticati dopo l'ultima bevuta. Ha detto che dovrebbero essere ancora alla taverna dell'agnello rinsecchito.
No, listen. I don't know what's going on, but I doubt any of the keepers had anything important on them. Half of them couldn't tell the quartermaster's seal from a pile of horse dung someone stepped on. But that means... no. Impossible. What if... holy moonshine. I remember. Sigibald. It was Sigibald who left those documents behind. I've no idea how you
Tanti bei dialoghi con tanti altri NPC.
He's dead.
Tanti NPC, troppi NPC.
Fever.
Sigi è morto di febbre. L'ho incontrato e mi ha chiesto di riportare i documenti.
Aye, of course I have. I didn't just throw them in some cabinet. I was afraid they'd fall into the wrong hands. He was a good man. I wouldn't get rid of my only memento of him. Here, after what you said, I assume you'll make good use of them. Even though I'm still not sure what to think about it. Things are getting weirder and weirder in our beloved Avalon.
Dimmi di più riguardo a Sigibald.
Well, he died like he lived, with a tankard in his hand. The boys always said Sigi was a friend worth 5 others. And he was. He was a prankster like no other. Once, he slipped a rotten egg into the quartermaster's dinner. Never a dull moment with him, that's for sure.
Grazie, devo andare.
No problem. Listen, if by some miracle you really talked with Sigibald, please, give him my warm regards. I don't understand anything anymore.
Commercio. Pane, frittella, con questa pazzata, stufato di pollame. Sidro, whisky, birra, pesce fritto. Posso vendere qualcosa? Freccia di legno. Lettera a Sigibald. Non avevo mai immaginato di dover scrivere questa lettera. Sono sempre stata convinta che tutte le sventure che abbiamo vissuto da quando sei andato via fossero state causate dalla tua mancanza di giudizio. Ti ho anche incolpato per aver perso Arian. È strano come le cose cambiano col tempo. E a quanto pare sono cambiato anche io. Non so se riceverai mai questa stupida lettera. Se dovessi leggerla, sappi che mi dispiace e che accetto le tue scuse. Ross. Ok. Ho parlato con tuo padre, sembra che voi due abbiate un bel rapporto. Tuo padre mi racconta una storia quando i suoi amici sono morti in una
He
missione.
told that tale about the tunnels more times than I can count. to anyone who'll listen. But these days, it seems nobody does anymore. I've heard it plenty of times already, believe me. To him, those old friends of his were everything. They meant more than his own son, that's for sure. He'd go on and on about it. If I'd been there, if I'd gone with him, he won't let it go. Sometimes I think that if Fergus had let him go into those tunnels and meet the same end as his brothers, then he might have found his peace. Or at least quit drinking. It's no secret. He's just an old, bitter man who hates the entire world.
Vabbè, una persona che ha perso tutti i suoi migliori amici e non ha mai superato questo trauma.
That's all. Stay out of trouble.
Avevi ragione, non ci sono stati problemi.
I told you, Ron is a good guy. And here's a little something for you. You know I pay well.
Essere onesti, Ron era un po' confuso.
Yes? What's the matter, my friend?
Tu sei morto?
You're really good at this today. Wait. Oh, you're serious. I understand. For so many years, I've been afraid to open this letter.
Ma che cazzo?
I needed to read it. Well, it is what it is, right? And I've been wondering why no one wants to talk to me. I thought to myself, are they mad at me or what? But why are you talking to me? How can you see me?
Ma sto plot twist incredibile! Vorrei saperlo. Ho un ospite dentro di me che forse voleva aiutarti.
Anyway, may the All-Mother bless your path. See you next time. Oh, yes. Great place, great people. And before I became a keeper, let me put it this way. I've done a lot more for a lot less. Here, you can always have a meal and some kind of shelter above your head. And that's something, isn't it? Sure, you can make more gold as a leader, but that comes with much more responsibility, my friend.
C'è qualcosa che vale la pena vedere qui?
Not exactly. You've already been to Ron's tavern, so you've seen one. But since we're mates now, I suppose I can tell you about something. Listen closely. A few of us had a little gambling ring. Not to brag, but I was quite good at it. The winnings aren't much use to me anymore, so if you're interested, I'll tell you where I stash
soldi mi servono.
Here. Just mind the waves.
Chi altro giocava con te?
Ern, Armand, and Richt. Haven't seen them in a long while, so I've no clue what they're up to now. But I'd wager they've got their own stashes hidden somewhere too. Cunning bastards. Safe travels, and don't let the road wear you down. Safe travels.
Vabbè, incredibile. Che plot twist incredibile. Allora. sa che la quest principale, ragazzi, ne parliamo tra un mese con tutte queste quest secondarie.
Morris were here with me already. Do you need help settling in, dear? This isn't the best day to start a new life in this place, but we don't always get to choose, do we? What a nasty business with that boy. I'm almost glad my Morris isn't here for this. He's such a bleeding heart. A dream? Oh, yes. There was one, but I don't quite remember what it was about. I'm sorry, dear.
Che è successo a quel ragazzo?
Oh, I'm not sure, love. I don't move around too much. I just heard about that fight with the road keeper, and now poor Cole's locked up in a cage. Him and Patrice make such a lovely young couple. They remind me of Morris and me when we were their age. I'm sorry, dear. I hope I didn't offend you. I'm still not used to all this. You see, I was born in Little Grove and thought I would live out the rest of my life there, working in the orchards in the mornings and drinking warm cider with my beloved in the evenings. We never wanted to see the world. I guess sometimes the world doesn't give us a choice, does it? Little Grove was raided by bandits, a local gang that had been terrorising the area for months, growing in numbers with each raid. Their leader, Bald Kate they called her, somehow got hold of a branding iron used to mark outlaws. After pillaging a village, she'd brand some men and women of her choosing. That way, Kate made sure nobody would ever help them, and that they'd have no choice but to turn to her if they wanted to survive. My Morris used to be a skilled tanner. I guess that's why she picked him.
È un modo di reclutamento brutale ma efficace. È rimasto coi banditi?
Yes, I asked him to. He wanted to run with me, but he was still feverish after the branding. I was worried he'd die on the road. Now, I don't have many kind words for Kate, but she doesn't like her efforts to go to waste. As long as he stayed, she'd make sure he was healed. I hated leaving him there, and I hate to think of what she's making him do, but I hope he's at least still alive. From what I've heard, they decided to stay in Little Grove for a while, drinking my cider to the last drop, no doubt. Not like they have to worry about the authorities. The only ones we saw were the Camelot tax collectors who came by once a year. Other than that, not a uniform in sight since I was a little girl. Oh, Mother bless you, my dear. That's all I could ask for. Please, let me know as soon as you learn anything. At first, it wasn't so bad, but now it gets worse every day. We just sit around
Cavolo, vivere nel
here
Medioevo,
doing
ragazzi,
nothing.
doveva essere una
Don't get
palla
me wrong,
incredibile.
we have food, we have a roof over our heads, and we're grateful for that.
Niente TV,
But no one
niente
trusts us enough
internet.
to let us do any work. None of us wants
Niente
to be a
di niente. Come
freeloader,
cazzo
as they
passavo
call
il
us.
tempo?
I wouldn't mind a task or two to earn my keep and to take my mind off my troubles. I might not be all hale and hearty, but I've still got two good hands, which is
Niente
more than you can say
Netflix.
about some of the codgers living here. Take care of yourself.
They said it would get easier.
I've already told you I'm not going anywhere. If you want something from me, then... Oh, I don't know you. I'm Dugald. You're not one of us. And you're not a local either. You could have chosen a better time to come here. Kind of poor ambience, if you know what I mean. Well, at least we have a roof over our heads. My boy Frank and I came here with the others. We left our village because we had to. Well, I had to. But Frank is a good lad, so he came with me. I took him in, you know. Found the poor sod at the mill, sleeping in the hay. He was chilled to the bone back then. But I could tell he'd be a strong lad once he thawed out. He used to help out on the farm. He's young, but he already has a couple of tattoos. Tribal ones. Means he must have been cast out of the Del Rita. At first, people in our village gave him dirty looks. But then they realized he wasn't a bandit. He was a good, hard-working kid. Then they started to treat him as one of their own. Frank is a quiet boy, and he doesn't talk much about himself. I feel like those days with the reader are long buried for him. Almost like he never lived them. Roscree. Few shacks and a small field of grain. I was a miller back there. My daughter married a good, hard-working man. Eventually, I gave them the mill. Still helped around, but wanted to let the young folks learn how to work there. Then this kid, Frank, came along. Everything seemed to be going pretty well.
Ma poi è successo qualcosa.
Of course, something happened. Life here can't just be bearable. Oh no. Everything has to get screwed up somehow. That's the way it goes in this cursed land. My dear Trina and her bairn. They got caught by a weird beast. I started to hit the bottle and finally, my son-in-law kicked me out. I left Roscree, and so did Fran. He says he has some kind of life debt, and he won't leave me alone until one of us drops dead.
Mi dispiace per
I'm sorry too.
Ho saputo che avete fatto tutto su strada.
What? Yes. The people are making a fuss over nothing. A dream is just a dream. No need to dwell on it.
Lovecraft non è d'accordo con questa
To be
affermazione.
honest, I'm a bit confused about what's going on. Usually it was me who yelled at everyone, and now I feel like a drudge. And this nasty thing with Coll. Poor lad. Shouldn't have ended like that. He and Beatrice got along very well. Let me tell you something. When I saw all these wrinklies around here, I thought this place would suit me. But then all this shit happened. I suspect we won't stay here long.
You've come to put me in the cage.
Cosa? Sì, è un ordine ufficiale.
Sorry. Just a bit of grim humour. You know, about what's been happening here. Such a mess, isn't it? Cola's alright, and Beatrice, what a shame. Such a fine girl. Anyway, I'm Ellis. Nice to meet you. What do you need?
Aye, there was a dream. Strangest bloody thing out of all the strange shite I've seen. When we woke up, we realised that every one of us had a weird night. I was out in the wild. I had this feeling like something was chasing me. But it was Col who really had it rough. Poor sod was moping around afterwards like he'd been hit by a sack of bricks. No, he didn't talk to me or anyone else in the group. Guess he didn't want us to worry, especially his lass. Yes and no, to be honest. See, Col has always been quick to anger, especially when things went sour. And back then,
An awful lot of things were going to shite. But this time, I don't know. It felt different. He didn't even bother chatting with Patrice. Normally, they're a good couple. A real match, if you ask me.
Decisamente l'incipit di un racconto di Lovecraft questo.
Well, I'm Ellis. Goldsmithing is my life and passion. And between you and me, I feel like I'm losing my mind without it. When I hold tools and make beautiful things, it feels like I can bring some light into this wretched world. I wish I was somewhere where I could just do some goldsmithing, but I'm a bit scared. So, here I am, sitting on my ass in some village listening to waves and the screams of seagulls and old men. Nothing to write home about, even if I still had one. I was working as a goldsmith in a group of, let's call them business people. I was once traveling with a caravan that got attacked by him. Their chief was a smart guy. The moment he heard I was a goldsmith, he knew what to do with me. He got me converting all the jewelry they stole into new pieces. Do you want to hear what I did once? Ah, come on. They were just people. They treated me well and respected my work. Everyone thinks that every bandit is a heartless murderer.
Io voglio parlare con tutti gli NPC, io voglio sapere tutto, voglio ascoltare tutto, ogni singolo dialogo.
We went to Timberwall. The gang wanted to rob some merchant's house. We holed up in a seedy tavern and waited for the right moment. Then, one night they broke in. Came back with a whole load of trinkets. Beautiful stuff. The moment I saw it all, I instantly knew what I wanted to craft. They gave me a couple of days, tinkered for a bit, and then, ta-da! Brand new merchandise. After I was finished, I dressed myself all nice, went to that merchant's house and went, "Good morning, kind sir. I'm a goldsmith. My work is renowned in all of Camelot. Would you be interested in what I have to offer?" You know what he said? "Of course I would." That nonce bought the entire lot, even though I inflated the prices like a street peddler. And when I came back, the others couldn't believe their eyes. I thought I was gonna keel over. I miss that.
Frank.
Something happened. Frank listens.
Ho saputo che avete fatto tutto il mio strano.
Frank doesn't know dream. Frank calls them visions. And yes, Frank had one not long ago. Alone, surrounded by wolves. They were no aggressive, so Frank felt no fear. It was they who feared Frank. Then, I caught the scent of blood and followed it. But I didn't reach the end. The vision stopped. Now, Frank waits for the next one, to see what's ahead. Frank was never a dull reader. Not without a name. Without a name, you are nobody in the tribe. Like me. And if that lasts too long, you must leave. I left and became Frank. Frank. A name, and not a name. Years ago. He's a good man. Treats me like a son. Frank cannot be a dull riada. His mother was. But the tribe decided that he was not worthy of a name. That is why he is not of the tribes. I'm not from anywhere. Frank is attached to nowhere. I found a home with Dugald. I owe him a life debt.
Conosce una riata di nome Conchur, che è quello che noi abbiamo incontrato nel sanatorio.
Conquer. Wolf.
Conquer.
Strong. Important name. Not seen in the south for a long time. Must be dead.
Cosa ne pensi dei coni del
A place without a leader. As I see it, I will finally fall apart. One way or another.
Cosa ne pensi delle persone con cui sei venuto qui?
Now they're a bit like Frank. Strays with no home. Latrice is strong, despite what happened with Cole. Ellis? He's funny. I like him. Rawson? I know nothing about her. And Dugald? A man who became Frank's father. He has my gratitude. Don't bother. There are no tales about a place that survived without a strong leadership. And it's not about kings, nobleshites, or chieftains. Titles are just words that pull the wool over a man's eyes. What's needed is a strong soul with a strong name. And their names mean as much as Frank's, which is to say, nothing. Frank never met the Keepers, but the unnamed boy did. Once, a few of them, many years ago, we fought. The unnamed boy survived even though he showed fear. Shouldn't do that.
Perché il ragazzo senza nome ha combattuto contro i
The
custodi?
Keepers approached the camp of the boy's people. But that past does not belong to Frank. I'm Frank.
Ah, cioè sei tu il ragazzo senza nome. Boia, devo arrivare fino a qui. Perché ho una pala? Aumenta la velocità d'attacco del 2%. Aumenta il moltiplicatore e velocità di movimento del 5% quando usa il combattimento. Aumenta la vita massima. Ero diventato pesante. Non mi muovevo bene. Minchia, sono in sovraccarico. Come cazzo è possibile? Eppure non tengo quasi niente di armature e robe. Com'è possibile che sono in sovraccarico? Non sarà per colpa di tutti i materiali qui che tengo. Oddio, è possibile? Merda, devo... Merda, questo è un grande problema. Come cazzo è possibile che soffro di sovraccarico? Oh! Porca puttana! Sono già in sovraccarico, quindi sti cazzi. Sono troppi, cazzo. Sono troppi. Oh. Non ci capisco un cazzo. Allora. Fammi un attimo provare a fare una cosa. Sono ancora in sovraccarico. Mi sa che è proprio colpa dell'armatura che indosso in questo momento. L'armatura che indosso in questo momento è troppo pesante, porca puttana. Devo mettere un punto a destrezza per aumentare il peso trasportabile. Merda, vieni qui. No, niente, ancora non ci posso venire qui dentro. Ancora non ci posso venire. Che palle. Ah, ricominciato da qui? C'è qualcuno che mi sta colpendo dall'alto. Ma porca di quella puttana. Andava pure l'arciere stronzo dall'alto, che palle. Quando... Oh mio, ma com'è che li liscio sempre? Oh, non riesco mai a colpirli, ma che cazzo? Devo aumentare velocità di movimento, il peso dell'armatura. Migliorare un sacco di cose. Lascia perdere, Doc, lascia perdere, non è ancora il momento per arrivare qui. Lascia perdere. Allora, prendiamo roba qui. Andiamo dove devo fare la missione. Ah, fammi livellare. Allora, limite di peso trasportabile più 10. Robustezza, scudi, vigore, salute. Vigore. 7 di vigore massimo. Vai. Tolto. Pezzo di merda. Sì.
Prepare for battle.
Prepare for battle.
I will be your downfall.
You're no match for me.
You'll pay for that insult.
This fight is mine! Your armor won't save you! Such a cheap shot!
You disturb my peace.
I've had worse. I'll strike you down. Tis but a scratch.
C'è quel cazzo di arciere.
Coward. I will be your downfall. I'm invincible. Show me what you are made of!
Questa cosa mi è nuova. Cioè qui ti puoi stannare i nemici e poi fare delle uccisioni speciali. Che figo! Coltello più 4. Arco lungo, arco lungo. Però mi serve 6 a forza e 5 a robustezza.
You are. Look, darling, it's the lovely mercenary I hired to clear out that seaside estate I told you about.
You did what?
Well, you told me to deal with it, so I did. You didn't expect me to just sit on my hands while surrounded by unwashed fishermen, did you?
Look, I'm sorry about my wife. Whatever she told you to do, forget about it. I'll pay you for your trouble.
Guarda.
Trust me, I can imagine. Unfortunately, she often gets lost in her enthusiasm. We weren't... at least I wasn't planning on staying here any longer than necessary.
Quella casa.
We have no need for an estate.
Well, that's your opinion. One I simply do not share. You have? Oh, that's wonderful. I can start planning the welcoming banquet. I'm thinking sea foam made of spun silver, dancers dressed as alluring sea creatures.
And who are you going to invite, The crabs? None of your friends from Camelot are going to come all this way just to have dinner, are they?
Dear gods, Duncan. You're so plebeian. Of course they will come. Besides, there must be some important people here. Weren't you just talking with them? You can invite them too.
Good luck with that. Are you sure that place is safe now? That doesn't exactly build confidence.
Oh, nonsense, Duncan. Why must you always be so malcontent? Try looking on the bright side every once in a while, will you? I, for one, am simply ecstatic to start decorating our new nest. Trust me, when it comes to home decor, my tastes are unparalleled. Now, Duncan, please be a dear and pay the nice mercenary so we can be on our way to our new residence.
Oh, joy. Here's your money. Have a nice day. At least one of us will.
Oh, and do come visit us once we're all settled. I wouldn't mind some company amidst all this dreariness. Truly, there's so little to do here in terms of proper entertainment.
Bene. Vendiamo un po' di roba. Statuetta di menhir. Allora andiamo a vedere se posso potenziare ancora un po' il piccone. Stavo per dire per una volta non dormiva e invece no. Potenziamo il piccone. Guarda, ma ho un altro piccone. Piccone da guerra usato. Questa è una mano. Un altro piccone! Un piccone a una mano! Un piccone a una mano! Piccone da guerra! Richiede 6 a forza. Ed è più forte del piccone più 6 che tengo io. 15-27, questo 18-20. Questo ce lo conserviamo. Appena arrivo a forza 6, questo lo conserviamo.
Hope nothing bad.
Quindi potenziamo il nostro piccone classico. Boia, è costato parecchio fare il piccone più 7. Merda. Posso ridurre un po' di peso qui?
Happens today. Careful with that.
Comunque bella sta cosa che puoi anche ridurre il peso degli oggetti. Ok. Per oggi abbiamo fatto abbastanza. Abbiamo il piccone più 7. Sono comunque sovraccarico e devo risolvere questa cosa in qualche modo.
It's nice to have a break.
Posare un po' di roba. Allora. Stava qui la cassa.
Eyes forward and mind your step.
Dove cazzo stavo? Stavo qui fuori, no? purtroppo sono ancora in sovraccarico. Perché l'armatura che tengo indosso adesso è troppo pesante. Quanto siamo belli. Ok. Per oggi va bene così. Allora, ok ragazzi. Oggi abbiamo parlato con un sacco di NPC. Abbiamo completato qualche missione secondaria. Domani vorrei andare avanti con la quest principale. E niente. Grazie a quelli che hanno seguito la live di oggi, quindi per il seguito. Noi ci vediamo domani. E ancora tutti quanti una bella serata.